Welcome to another Clear Vision moment. And this is Let's Talk Black versus Oriental. Let's get into the logic behind the linguistics and the culture of what black talks about. And what is a African, black, American, and what is that language? Who gave them that language? What frequency? In other words, like this. Is the frequency that they're talking, the language, come from this language of depression, aka being enslaved? Or is the language of the Most High Creator saying all languages come from you, but you forget how to talk? So other people seem like they have a language that is of their own, when all languages are really the same. That how you pronounce in that linguistic territory determines if no is un, or eh. And how do you spell ah? Or ah? See what I'm saying? It sounds like jackass altogether, right? And so this is where we at. Who's the jackass that this black Jesus keep riding in on, talking about, hey, I'm gonna save you. By killing shit. I wanna know where we got that from. And why is it beautiful to be killed and to kill? And we're just talking about linguistically. We ain't got to the thought process, which is dharma, and then actually do it, karma. Two different worlds already. That's a whole year's full of teaching right there, in detail. I'm a teacher of details. I ain't gonna talk in details if we're out in the streets, and I'm not gonna give you full details, but you're gonna get a lot of it. When it comes to sharing information, teaching, you have to get all the details, and then boom, you go swing from that part. I am Jose Omar Weathers, meaning salvation speak. Literally, that's what I do. Talking black in America. And then we're going to find out what Oriental is. So we're going to do, and these old professors and linguistics own words, it's an hour. So you figure this is an hour, breaking it down, you want to have to add an extra hour to it, right? No. I'm going to give you the highest wisdom that a man can even give any one group. And we're going to assume that all your preachers and teachers, business and this and that, have a spiritual beeline on what is talking black. Because in our words, breathe life and death. I don't know if somebody knew that in the Bible. I know somebody was reading the Bible. They read that somewhere. I know they did. go. All right. Caption on. Let's see, we got a caption on. We got our caption on. All right. We got our caption on. All right, all right. Talking Black in America. By language and linguistics. I want y'all to hear some of this, man. Alright? Y'all need to hear some of this. Wrong button. Shit. Listen to this.
You know, my father, who's an entertainer, wrote a song called Word Up. And it was about the language. It was about some...
Word up, out, call it word. Moving that, you know what I'm saying? So, now, entertainer. Now we understand if you are 40 and up, they took the language or you gave it away because you use your words for what? As he said, entertainment. You never took words literally, did you? Let's see.
Someone saying word up, right? That was the language of our street.
When I talk to people and I ask them about what blackness is, what
Listen.
black language is to them, what does sounding black mean to them, more often than not, it's about a sound and a rhythm, this sort of movement and fluidity. It's sort of imbued with
This is why I have to get this message out a different way, because over work. Even with this guy here and his
this cultural richness.
Language is music. They say pictures worth 1,000 words, but you know, I feel like I
stop. See why we don't know what we're talking about? At Hawaii University, we ain't talking about the color of this man's skin. Language is music. This is where my stomach cringes. Because the root word for music is muse. Muse is one who thinks on frequencies and begins to create a sound that represents the language that he can express, or the words. That's why it's called music. Music is just something that words cannot express. That's why we sing the Most High, who is ineffable, holy, holy, holy. But this guy, this black man, and the black lady said, entertainment, musician, no, none of this. Right now, the frequency or the rhythm of black language is not sounding good right now. The frequency of black language is not sounding good. Let's see. Get it to a point.
I grew up in an environment where a person could use a few words and it felt like 1,000 pictures.
I'm afraid it's one of the great dilemmas, one of the great psychological hazards of being an American Negro. One's born in a white country, where one was once a slave, where all the